Terry Sanchez Wallace Jr., aka rapper T Grizzly, knows a little bit about the struggle. You see, Detroit is one of those cities where a lot of our black youth are coming up rough. We're talking about a city where there's major blocks of streets that are just abandoned, rundown houses, the drug trade, not a lot of opportunities. You see, Detroit used to be a thriving city, but in 1967, when the racial riots kicked off, as well as in the 1970s, when the car factories decided to leave town due to union conflicts, a lot of opportunity was lost in Detroit. And that's when the crack epidemic and just the drug trade really started popping. And we fast forward to T Grizzly's family, who has been hit the hardest due to drug trade and poverty and inopportunities from the city of Detroit. T Grizzly and his brother Marcellus were raised by their grandmothers due to their father and their mother constantly being in and out of jail. And that would be a theme that would be passed down to little Marcellus and little Terry Sanchez Wallace Jr. Now fast forward to 2011 when T Grizzly was 17. His mother, LaToya Perry, would be arrested for drug trafficking, and she would ultimately receive 15 years in a Michigan prison. Now, LaToya wouldn't get her sentence until 2014, but in between those years in 2012, T Grizzly and Marcellus Wallace would receive damaging news. They would learn that their father was killed. I wasn't able to figure out what happened, but their father was murdered a year after their mother was picked up due to a drug trafficking charge. So imagine losing your mother and father in the same year, one to prison, one being unalived, as well as having them in and out of your life. There was no consistency within their lives, and they were basically trouble from the jump. Now, T Grizzly actually was headed in the right direction. You see, he beat the odds. He was the first person in his family to go to college. He went to Michigan State. But at Michigan State, he was hitting licks. Yeah, he was robbing the dorms. He was doing nigga shit. A young man from Detroit, probably a broke college student trying to make a way. He did what he felt he had to do. On top of that, he went to Kentucky to hit a lick at a jewelry store where he ended up getting locked in. And he went to jail. They caught him. Yeah, they locked him in there. So he ended up beating his case. As far as what he could have done, he could have did 15 years, but he ended up getting sentenced to 18 months in 2015. And that's when he got out of prison and he made his first day out track. And that started his stardom in the rap game. T Grizzly would decide to pursue his rap career where he was paroled out of prison in October 2016. And by November 7th, he dropped First Day Out. And it was a legendary track. We got the Gucci Mane First Day Outs. We got a lot of different people that did tried to do a First Day Out, but his is up there. If it's not number 2, it's number 3. It's a top 5, let me say that. And it was a quick turnaround from a man that was paroled just a month before. It seems like things were going up for T Grizzly. Unfortunately, T Grizzly's brother Marcellus would not reap the benefits of his brother having superstardom, fame, money, access to a different lifestyle, because he would shortly after T Grizzly was released from prison do his own prison stint because he got convicted for armed robbery in 2017 and he was sentenced to 5 years. T Grizzly would be networking with other superstars. His career would be going up when unfortunately one tragic event would happen in 2019 where he would be on Detroit's east side and his aunt, who was his manager, was in the car with him, and unfortunately somebody would pull up and there would be a hell of gunfire. 3 people in the car, including T Grizzly, but unfortunately his aunt was the one that didn't make it.
Also, shots fired into an SUV, killing the manager and family member of a popular Detroit rapper. Off the top tonight at 11, investigators trying to determine if rapper T Grizzley was actually the intended target.
He was with his aunt when those shots were fired on Detroit's east side. Jermont Terry is live tonight. Jermont, was the rapper hurt at all?
Kimberly, tonight we know the Detroit rapper was one of 3 people inside that car when the shots went off. Now, when they're in that shooting, the rapper's aunt died, but he was not injured. Detroit police responded to the area of 3 Mile Drive just off Mack Tuesday night on the city's east side. They were out to collect evidence of multiple bullet casings regarding the deadly shooting here. It turns out someone opened fire on a black Chrysler with 3 people inside. Among those inside the vehicle, Detroit rapper T Grizzley.
We made it out of Lansing after all that happened. After Michigan State, after Hubbard, when our man's told him.
T Grizzley rose to fame when he released his first single, First Day Out. He was nominated for an MTV and BET Awards for the single.
The bands they took from us, Joy Road.
Police don't know if the rapper was the intended target or not, but what's clear, his aunt, who worked as his manager, along with another young man, were all in the vehicle Tuesday night. That's when someone intentionally shot the vehicle, killing the 41-year-old manager. We don't know if anything was stolen or if this was an attempted robbery, but police say the rapper and friends were in the area to visit someone. The investigation shows when the man stepped out of their vehicle, the first of several shots filled the air. We don't know if the rapper was still inside the car when the shots went off or not. Now, T Grizzley's music video has more than 130 million views. Again, the rapper was not injured, but unfortunately, his aunt passed away. Over the phone, T Grizzley's family members tell us that the aunt leaves behind some children. They did not want to comment further. This is an open investigation tonight. Reporting live outside DPD headquarters, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of questions still need to remain for what happened here. All right, thanks, Jermont.
That's a lot to deal with for one person. I mean, your mother's in prison, your father was killed, you go to prison, you get out, your brother goes to prison right when you get out. So the feeling that your brother felt of being by himself, now you're feeling that. But the problem is you might have survivor's remorse because it's like, man, I made it, but everybody else is suffering. And it's just me. You feel empty. I'm the only one that's out here doing something positive while everybody else is doing time or they're dead. Well, things would get better. It's always sunshine after the rain because baby Grizzly, aka Marcellus, T Grizzly's little brother, would get out during the COVID years, October 2020. And T Grizzley would salute him with a $300,000 rap contract, and they would be the Grizzly twins.
Hey man, freedom boys, man. You had 5 years, now you got 30 minutes. This is how you come home, man. Feel me? Brody, what's up, bro?
What's up, blood?
What's up, gang? What's up, boy?
Big ice.
And things would look up. He had a plan for his brother. Hey man, let's get it. I'm glad my little bro, I can take care of you, bro, now. All you gotta do is sit back, focus on your music, and let's get to the money, you hear me? Oh, and things will get even better because the following month, LaToya Perry, his mother, would also get out of prison due to COVID, and she would do 9 years straight. They hadn't all been together in 9 years. Everybody did a prison tour. This would be the first time in T Grizzly, Marcellus, LaToya's life that everybody at once was at home since 2011. A beautiful moment. I remember him putting that up, a picture of them. Everybody saying, man, God is good, praying for him. Yo, we really wish the best for you guys. I'll be one of them. I'm talking about, I was like, man, he beat the odds. But that was short-lived because just 2 short months after baby Grizzly, aka Marcellus Wallace, was released from prison. Yes, he was released in October, and then December 8th, he would get himself in a bit of a kerfuffle, a little bit of trouble. He would be in a pickle because him, another guy named Nola Francis, and another unnamed person who happened to be the driver of the vehicle would be spotted driving at nighttime with no headlights on. When the police pulled them over, and then they walked up to the car, they saw 2 Solo cups filled with alcohol, a bottle of Johnny Walker. I'm not sure if they were good at hide and seek or not, but apparently they just saw it, which gave them the rights to search the vehicle, especially 2 of them already being out on parole. I'm sure that some way they can go search the vehicle after that. They admitted to drinking the Johnny Walker. They would find 2 semi-automatic pistols under baby Grizzly's seat, as well as 2 in the back under Nola Francis' seat. That's 4 pistols. Eventually, they would be sent back to prison for 5 years. But today, we have the footage of the interaction which pretty much sealed the deal for T Grizzly and Nola, because that unnamed man would unfortunately be in the back of a cop car with T Grizzly. He would have a cell phone on him. And there would be a very damaging phone call that would happen where Marcellus would call his brother T, I'm talking in handcuffs in the back of the seat, giving you the rapper rundown and the rapper protocol when you keep a YN with you. Hey, listen, man. I need you to take this charge. You ain't got, I keep you around because you ain't got no felonies. You got a good, you know what I'm saying, rap sheet. Look, man, it's your turn. I could do 5 years. You gonna do a few months. Look, I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna throw you some money on. That's how the conversation went. T Grizzly would even be instructing how things need to go. But nobody was smart enough to realize that you're in the back of a cop car. Everything is being recorded, fool.
You got your phone? Yeah. Call T, bro. Bro, we in the back of the police car right now, bro. They found everything in that bitch. What?
I just want y'all to realize real quick how stupid niggas are. See, just because you're a criminal and you did a prison bid does not mean that you're a good criminal. This is the reason why you went to jail the first time. You need to stop doing what you're doing and do something else. You just got $300K from your brother. He gave you an opportunity and a shot, but you'd rather ride around drinking that drink and carrying pistols. Brody, the man has the phone on speaker. He's not in cuffs. He could have put the phone to your ear, but he decided to put it on speaker and put it right in front of your face. Pause. Now the police car can hear everything. They can identify who you're talking to. So T could have been in trouble. But instead, look what we're doing, man.
You got your phone? Yeah. Call T, bro. Bro, we in the back of the police car right now, bro. They found everything in that bitch. What? They pulled us out the car, bro, for nothing.
What, bro? Bro, only thing that can happen right now, bro, is one of the things, bro. Somebody can stay upstairs, bro, or and they let the other two go, or they just, I don't know. Because they gonna hit them PO up about that if you go in, bro.
I was in here just talking to Crave about that shit. Cause it was just me, Nolo, and Craig. You know, me and Nolo on parole and shit.
This nigga just said his name. I didn't even know bro name. It's just me, Nolo, and Crave and shit, bro. So, Crave, you under pressure. Him and Nola, whatever their name is, they the ones under parole. You already know what time it is, my boy. Really, they looking at it too, like, why the hell I'm in handcuffs and why you not? How the hell you got your cell phone? What's going on?
Yeah, bro, somebody has to stay upstairs, bro. They gonna let that, you know. That's the only thing that can happen, bro. And I'll take care of the rest.
The thing is, that's good advice from T Grizzly, but damn, they could have told him he was on speakerphone. That's the real issue.
Yeah, that guy shit. Hey, you gonna take the case for us? You gonna get fired.
You? Is that clear?
What do you wanna do? You could tell him that you were.
No, like, what will happen after that?
Well, I ain't gonna lie. You gonna get a case, but you ain't gonna get 5 years.
I can't believe that these dumbass niggas who done spent so much time in prison would be in the back of a police car just freely saying something like this. If anything, look, could you at least whisper it in his ear? You mean to tell me that your family done been in a police car they whole lives? Everybody done been getting arrested. Nobody ever told you, hey, they be recording in a police car. There's surveillance there. You just freely talking. Then you just out here telling them, hey, look, man, look. You want to take this case for me? Who the fuck finna take a case for 4 pistols, nigga? 4 handguns. You talking about 5? Nigga, I'm getting 5 years off rip or more for that. What are you talking about? It's no way. This is why it's not good to be in the streets, y'all. This is why it's not good to be in the streets. And this is why if you're part of a rapper entourage, you gotta ask yourself, why do they need me around? I don't do nothing, but I'm getting paid my little breadcrumbs. I'm getting paid to do things. Where am I valuable at? Obviously, these are not the smartest criminals because this should have been worked out before anything ever happened. See, me, I think that I'll be a really good criminal. I'm not one though, but I'll be a really good criminal because these type of situations are talked about. People need to know their role from the jump. Yo, look, you see Boosie, right? Boosie be having his young niggas, hey, listen, you already need to know. It's your turn. You know I got you. I'm gonna pay this. I'm gonna do this. Look, for exchange, look, this is how we working it out. He been doing that since he had young niggas drilling, stealing, and drug dealing.
We went to the joint already, so we gonna get 5 years. You fuck around and get a couple months. It's your first case, ain't it?
Oh, damn. I'm giving you
20,000. Got you. 20 million, you go. Easy. No adoption, or we go to jail.
Oh my God. Listen, this is the definition of a YN that he with. He's saying 20,000. Bro, why are you shooting yourself so short? This is how you know he has no experience in the penitentiary. 20,000? You could have made that working a regular job at McDonald's, my boy. Half the year. On top of that, you asking for 20,000. You ain't asking nigga to pay for your legal fees. Nothing. And to be honest with you, I heard them Detroit niggas is grimy. So you decide you gonna take the charge. So once you take the charge, what else is gonna happen? Them niggas could have just left you right there naked. No, I'm gonna take my chances. See, this niggas wanna be a rapper entourage groupie so bad that they willing to take scraps. 20,000? Bro, go get your CDL, brother. Go get your CDL. They taking advantage of you. At this point, Baby Grizzly is just a product of the system. This is what he does. He goes to prison. Anybody who gets out of prison, they family been in and out of prison, and then you go right back after a month and a half, 2 months. You're not good at this, and this is what you do. T Grizzly sound like he's so tired of you on the phone. He done turned his life around. He played Grand Theft Auto for a living, more than he rap. I hate that for him, but ultimately, Baby Grizzly would end up getting 4 years and 9 months in prison. He don't get out till I think like 2029 or something to that nature. The mother is still out, from what I know. T Grizzly, he's thriving. He done got married. He's making millions upon millions of dollars gaming and rapping. So we just gonna hope that Baby Grizzly, when you get out, man, you finally realize to put that street life away. I'm not sure what happened with old boy or the other guys, but this is a learning lesson for everybody, all the YNs that's out here just being entourage groupies. This is what it gets you. What, 20,000? And then y'all ain't even smart enough not to do it and negotiate in the back of a police car. But that's just what it is, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation, man. Tell me who's at fault. Tell me who's stupid. Just let's talk about it. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell, and we out, baby. Boom!
IG-TheLaFlare.
It's him.